What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my little live stream as the sun goes down. Doing this now. I'm doing this now. I said, but I podcast. I would like a little bit bigger audience. I would like to be making a little more money, but besides that, I'm in a good spot.
It's only been 3 months since we last spoke about our pal Gregg, and already you people want more. Everyone wants to know what he's doing, but nobody's got the stomach to actually sit through one of his live streams, so I guess this is my lot in life, endlessly watching this beached fossil relaying his nonsensical ramblings to you, the fine people of the internet. But in just 3 months, I mean, could there really be that much news in the world of Hughes? All too much, I'm afraid. For starters, Opie's decided to delete the last 3 months of streams, podcasts, and clips from his channel, seemingly for no reason. But fear not, because all of Opie's past streams have been preserved in their entirety on his Facebook page, like a mosquito trapped in amber. So let's take a look at one of Opie's more titillating live streams as of late, one where his delusional state of mind, narcissistic tendencies, and general lack of personal accountability are on full display, as well as the true motive behind SiriusXM's ultimate decision to release Opie from his contract and let him loose on the streets of New York. This was a stream I caught live on Friday, December 10th, featuring Opie talking, hanging, and catching some rays alongside his new co-host, Doggy.
Say hi, everybody. Say hi. You want to take some questions? You want to start a podcast because everyone else is podcasting?
As was the case with the Opie and Anthony show, Gregg is outshined here too by his more likable and charismatic co-host, this time in Doggy. And may I say, it's sad that I can't tell who named the dog, the Hughes children or Opie himself. Doggy sounds like a name young children would come up with, but then again, we are talking about a man that changed his nickname from Opie to Opester. Anyways, Opie starts off the stream, as is tradition, by rattling off the names of everyone in chat. Now thankfully, Opie's live view counts range from high single digits to mid double digits, so this event doesn't last too long and stays mostly civil until the topic of conversation turns to Opie's jacket.
Nice down jacket. It's just a plain black Patagonia jacket. There's nothing to this. Don't pretend you had to look at your jacket, dweeb. I swear to God, I honestly thought it was North Face, because I'm not a label guy, dweeb. Why would I pretend? Why would I make for a good live stream? Oh, what's my jacket?
I don't know why anyone would pretend to not know what brand their jacket is, but then again, I really don't understand half the shit Opie does. Maybe he doesn't want people to know he paid $200 for a jacket just moments after telling his infinitely poorer fan base to send money his way. Or maybe it's just one of those things where it's cooler to act like you're not in the know.
I guess this is a big thing to get the chef's table, and it was some guy named Ramsey or something. I don't know. I don't know who this Ramsey guy is.
Was it Ramsey?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to God.
No, it wasn't.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, I guess.
You're kidding me.
It
Ramsey.
really wasn't Gordon Ramsay.
You're lying.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Can't be hanging on to all that information. That ain't cool. Gotta save room in that head for facts. Facts about planets, presidents, states, all the shit you find on the back of a child's placemat. Just look at how giddy Gregg is to start dropping some knowledge when he sees someone from Minnesota in the chat, a state he's read quite a bit about.
I've been studying up on Minnesota. They love they're obsessed with, I think, turkeys. We got another person from Minnesota. Do you know Rachel up there in Minnesota? Do you know Lizzo from Minnesota? Do you know the Purple People Eaters from Minnesota? Do you know that the Mississippi River starts in Minnesota?
Check out the big brain on Gregg. I bet a big brain like that knows how to haggle a man down for a Christmas tree. I bet a big brain like that might even bring up the fact that he was kinda famous a decade ago.
Look, you know as well as I do, by the end of the season, a whole bunch of these trees are going to be on a pile, and you're going to be throwing them through a wood chipper or something like that. So you know damn well one of these trees you're not going to sell. So why not make a deal with me today? Over the years, when I've said I had a big radio show, and they're like, oh, what show? I would say Opie and Anthony. 9 out of 10 people are like, holy shit. I get the holy shit response. As the years have gone on, which goes with the whole fame thing that I talk about, less and less people know the Opie and Anthony show. I know that sounds crazy because we're all in the world still, in a way.
Life's a beach. It's almost like people forget about radio shows that haven't been on the air for years. Not to mention, Opie and Anthony were never household names. It's a relatively niche show, just one with a very dedicated group of fans, but still a radio show, so not everyone listened to it, and for those that did casually, well, it's not like they'd be able to recognize the faces of the hosts 7 years later, especially the face of the insecure, untalented one. The fact that I have to explain this to a man approaching his 60th birthday is frankly shocking. Quick aside, I never remember how Groundhog's Day works. If the stupid little fucker sees his shadow, I think that's 6 more weeks of spring, but it's possible I'm mixing that up and that's actually the winter one. I don't fucking know. What I do know is Opie. When I see him swap out his Krispy Kreme hat for a beanie, there's no doubt in my mind that the Christmas season is upon us. But wait a second, what's he got peeking out of that front flap there?
What? Oh, that? Oh, what's that?
Whoa, what a cool guy. Smoking doobs on the beach, down in local brews. Damn, I wish this guy was my dad.
And there's a lot of guys out there that are really, really funny. Stop drinking. It's one fucking beer, you loser.
And then, 15 minutes after Opie shows us the fat doink he rolled with his
Dumb thumbs.
he does this.
Anyway, oopsies.
Trying to get inside the mind of Hughes is, to be blunt, an impossible task, but allow me to give it the old college try. I think in the beginning, Opie wanted to show off how cool and relatable he is to his audience in a very Real Rock-esque fashion. But after 25 minutes of live streaming and seeing the familiar and, frankly, ancient faces of those responding in chat, he then decided to shift gears and pretend he's unaware of the devil's lettuce atop his head and act like he's been caught red-eyed and red-handed in hopes of a streamer gets called out by chat video going viral. Either that or he's genuinely senile and forgot what he just did not even 20 minutes ago. In either case, Opie never lights up during this stream, but that doesn't stop him from getting into some serious pot talk.
Look how many galaxies in this sand right here. And then look at all the sand behind me. And it's only one part of one beach. I think birds are from a faraway land. I think cats are from a faraway land. I think mushrooms come from another place. I think frogs come from another place. What else? Octopi. Real pot talk. No, this is just real life. I mean, if you use your stupid brain.
Don't you love how randomly upset Opie gets with his listeners now? I get it. His bit on the show was being a douche and hanging up on callers, but when they're all your show has, when your entire stream is just reading chat, you should probably be a little more appreciative of the fact that anyone cares enough at all to watch. Although I gotta say, just use your stupid brain is the perfect response to this is real pot talk. Jim and Ann should have tried that one out on you.
Travis is keeping track. It's Pot Talk Monday. Let's go to Dan. He's got to go on. Dan.
Hey, guys.
It's Pot Talk Monday.
There's a couple of moments during the stream where Opie just gets up and we're blessed with brief moments of silence. One instance in particular, Opie steps away to break up the dog fuckfest happening behind him involving Doggy and the neighbor's geriatric pooch.
I'm telling you right now, guys, this live stream is about to end. The neighbor's dog is on its last leg. It's very close to having wheels for back legs. And Doggy just goes to town. He's obsessed with my neighbor's dog. She's already grabbing him. Fuck, man, I wanted to do this live stream today.
Can you imagine being Opie's neighbor? You see his dog from out your window fucking your elderly crippled dog, and you have to run outside to break it up. All the while, Opie is just sitting there, feet away from this, talking to his phone, waiting until he absolutely has to before lifting a finger. And all of that compounded by the fact that Opie's dog is reportedly pretty aggressive and just might get yours pregnant.
Fix them before they start doing it that way. They won't still do it after they are fixed. I feel bad to fix my dog. And we have a female vet. She told us that it's really, really up to us. That either way could be all right. Unless you see him with very aggressive behavior, which I kind of just saw.
If I was that neighbor, no fucking way I'd believe this guy made his money in radio. With the picture I'm looking at today, the house next door to me was abandoned long ago, and this homeless man and his dog are just squatting and shitting on the land. You know, for being such a proud family man, I'm genuinely surprised that in the 5 or so years Opie's been live streaming, not once have his wife or kids been seen or heard during any point of his streams. I know he probably doesn't want them on camera. God knows I wouldn't want my family seeing me like this. But it's not like he's in a studio with an on-air light keeping anyone from interrupting. Does he tell them not to bother him while he's streaming, or do they just naturally keep their distance when they see a phone in his hand? I'm starting to think it's just Opie in that house because these aren't secluded locations. He's streaming from the beach or his porch, and now sometimes even his car, apparently to save $700 a month he would otherwise have to spend on parking.
This guy's calling me. All right. Do I delete his comment? I'll delete your comment, but one more and you're blocked. Oh.
He's also taken to the streets again recently. In a stream nearly indistinguishable from one of Will Noonan's Brother Man parodies, Opie bravely fights the urge to antagonize any and all homeless people he passes by.
Uh-oh. I'd point the camera less at the homeless.
Remember when Opie promised he'd invest in real podcasting equipment? Fuck that! Why bother with crystal clear video like this? If it ain't broke, it ain't Opie. These on the street videos are entertaining enough, but it's really on the beach where Opie lets it all hang out, where he lets his truth be heard. A truth that occasionally contradicts previous statements he's made. In this case, statements he made just minutes before. So at the beginning of this December 10th beach stream, Opie says that Sirius let him go for making too much money.
I used to make a lot of money, and they gave me the pipe because I was making too much money, which is the truth in the end.
Now, I don't doubt that Opie was overpaid, but just 40 minutes later, Opie corrects himself as the sun's going down and lets the world know that it had much more to do with him sneaking into Howard's studio and making one of the SiriusXM cleaning ladies an unknowing accomplice in his B&E style shenanigans.
I got my ass just chewed out by management over that stunt. Well, they basically said it's in the hands of the lawyers. And we're not sure if you've been breaking into offices after everyone goes home. I'm like, I better not mention the guy's name. I'm like, I've been here forever. Are you serious? This is crazy. And then they, in the end, that's, wow, I gotta shut up. That's why I was let go from SiriusXM.
That's right. No joke. According to Opie, Sirius let him go because they didn't trust him and couldn't be sure he wasn't sneaking into other employees' studios after hours. That compounded with Opie's generally erratic behavior in the workplace and tendency to bring cameras into bathrooms, and it paints the picture of an unstable, impulsive individual that can't be trusted with other people's property. Not too much unlike the deranged homeless people Opie used to bring in off the streets to be mocked on the air. And then you look at Opie today, and it doesn't do much to combat SiriusXM's perception of him.
Oh, neighbors out. Now I gotta whisper. Now the neighbors are out. Shh. Oh, shit, they're coming up the beach again. Damn, that's a cool video.
It's like he's podcasting on the lam, whispering in bushes and hiding in trucks. Who does he think he's running from? The cops? The haters? His family and responsibilities? I have so many questions, and these are just clips from a single beach stream. It's baffling. And none of this explains why he's decided to delete the last 3 months of videos he's put out.
Put out 2 podcasts this week. They both did very, very well. The numbers seem to be on a bit of an upswing.
Those 2 podcasts that did very, very well, well, they were just barely approaching 800 views before Opie deleted them, which is more than he normally gets, but now they're gone. So views are up, YouTube hides dislikes now, something Opie really benefits from, and I'm over here giving his channel free publicity, exposing his live streams to literally thousands more people, telling them to go watch for themselves. Meanwhile, he's doing all he can in deleting videos to make sure he remains irrelevant. He just can't seem to get out of his own way and take advantage of these opportunities generously handed to him. If he were smart, he'd lean into the attention he's getting, even if it is negative. This is a guy that used to understand the concept of all publicity is good publicity. He is trying to cash out in other ways, though. Opie must have noticed the recent success of Nopie channels like No Radio and decided to strike while the iron's hot and post his own Nopie streams. Hour-long sunset streams with no commentary from the Opester, and oftentimes they do just as well, if not better, than the highly edited podcasts he puts out.
I'll cut out all the nonsense of this live stream and I'll put it together and I'll cut it up nice and it'll sound like a fucking kick-ass podcast. But that means I gotta do a lot of editing. Come here, doggy.
Say what you will about these live streams, but you know what? Out of the 3 shows to spawn from O&A's split, I find myself tuning into Opie Radio more often than the other 2. Not because it's the funniest of the 3 shows, it's actually pretty goddamn far from it, but because I can't pull my eyes away. You can say I'm obsessed or I'm a stalker, but the truth is, like any bum on the streets, I love me a good dumpster fire, and this one's kept me warm for 5 years now. I'm just watching in awe, shocked this fire is still raging. His streams are exhausting, they're infuriating to sit through at times, but above all, they're real. Real, genuine mental illness on display as son emulates mother. Years of abusing the mentally disturbed, decades of taking for granted the talented people around him, never taking responsibility for his actions. All leading to this. Gregg is gone. He's completely lost it. This is just what's left. Sometimes when I'm watching Opie's stream, I genuinely start to feel bad for him, like I'm seeing something I shouldn't be seeing. This is a father, a husband, a former multimillionaire, now begging for donations, using his decades-old fame as leverage for a discount on a Christmas tree, spending 8 hours a month in his car to save on parking fees. If this were anyone else, I might start to take pity on this poor fella down on his luck. But just when I start to feel bad for him, just as my conscience tells me it's best to leave it alone, I think back to how Opie treated the people beneath him when he was on top, and all that guilt begins to dissipate. The state he's found himself in is the direct result of his own actions. You reap what you sow, Ope. So if you're ever feeling bad about the place you're at in life, if you've ever rolled your eyes listening to the infamous grape fight, hearing Opie say with certainty he could do just as well without his co-hosts, or maybe you're just searching for proof that justice does exist in this topsy-turvy world we live in, turn on an Opie stream. It's a cathartic watch, knowing that no douche-chilling deed goes unpunished. Here's to 5 more years of Opie Radio, and a happy new year to all.